All right, what's up, guys? So I'm going to try and start making some videos, going over my setups, going over my watch list, and then at the end of each week, I will go back, see what went right, and see what went wrong. That way, we can all learn. I can learn. I'm learning every day. I hope you guys are too. And we're just aiming for consistency and small gains that compound over time. And that will make you successful. So with that being said, let's get started. This is my first video that I'm making, so bear with me as I get better through this process. I don't normally talk when I trade. I listen to music. I sit there and I try and find some solid setups. So me talking through this is a brand new process. So bear with me. So the first thing I'll do every morning is I'll take a look at the overall market. So I have SPY at the top of my list. Generally look at SPY, QQQ, the NASDAQ, the Dow, see what's going on, see if there's any breaking news, just to, make sure I am on top of my game. So SPY, looking at SPY, it's been following this channel for a decent amount of time now, since around November, beginning of November. And it's starting to form this rising bearish wedge. And before today, it was at the bottom of this trend line, pink trend line. So I was expecting a move to the upside so we can get to this top of this wedge. So I was pretty bullish going to today. That's where I started. And let's move on to the first ticker that I was looking at. So Amazon's been moving sideways for about a long time, since September. Straight sideways. It's had some decent moves within this wedge or bull flag, but it's just been moving sideways. There's been no big moves or no breakouts. So here we have an ABCDE correction. And we've created this huge line of support and resistance. This blue box is why I highlighted it. Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. So this line right here was a major area of support and resistance. That's why it's highlighted. And that's why this is where I expected, things to reverse right around this area. Also, the ABCDE correction completed right here. And then we had a little wave one with a wave two pullback, super extended, almost down, which would have invalidated this wave two, but it held, and it held this pink trend line as well. So this is why I bought in around right here. Let's see if I can go to 1 hour, create this little trend line. So yesterday, I bought in right around here, rode this up, sold some here, and then I swung some overnight. The trend line held, and we had a wave three impulse move to the upside. And let's see, this was my target one because of this resistance right here. Also, if we do a fib retracement from wave one back down to wave two, 1.618, always my first target for wave three. It hit perfectly, came back down. So now it's consolidating near that area. Now, Amazon for the rest of the week, maybe into next week, I'll look for maybe an ABCD correction, ABC, little sideways action before we're going to move higher up to my final price target of 33.50. See what happens there. Also, the 4 hour MACD crossed. See what we got here. We had a MACD cross yesterday. So that was just another reasoning of why I like this play. On to the next, AMD. AMD, it's been struggling. If we zoom out, we have a rising wedge. We can consider this a 5-wave sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me, starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or A, B, C, D, E. So now I'm looking for some upside. Zoom in a little bit. Here we have this yellow line, area of support and resistance. Rejected, broke through, but then failed again. Rejected here, broke through, and then use it as support. And this is exactly where I expected it to reverse, while having a falling wedge. So I still really like this setup, but I definitely entered too early. I think I entered around here, expecting this area of support to hold, but it didn't. Not every play works out, so it is what it is. That's where you have to size right. Looking at the 4-hour MACD, it's about a cross. So I like this, for next week, potentially for a 2 to 3 week swing, to complete this wave E to the upside. And the final price target would be, let's see, so you do a fib extension from wave 1 to 3, back down to wave 4. So my price target's near 102. And hopefully, we can see this movement back to the upside before a larger correction, back down. Workhorse, love Workhorse's setup. Definitely entered this one too early as well, but it happens. Here, yellow line, major area of support and resistance. This is why I'm expecting it to reverse around here. Also, the 382 and the 0.5 fib is holding and it's rejecting. Today we moved inside those two fib lines. ABCDE correction with a falling wedge. So I am pretty bullish going forward for the next couple of weeks. Definitely played this one too early, bought in around here. And I just sold it today for a 50% loss. It happens. Like I said before, make sure you position right, size right, and consistency in long term is all you got to focus on. So going forward, I think I like this. I could see a wave 1 reject here with a wave 2 before we do a wave 3 impulse to the upside, breaking all-time high. Activision, ATVI. This is a little dinosaur pattern. Here's the neck, the head, the horns. We had a nice 5-wave sequence down, or an ABCD, depending how you look at it, ABCDE, with wave 1 to the upside, coming back down to the bottom of this channel, which holds. Wave 3 back to the upside. And then wave 4, generally speaking, is a ABCDE correction, ABCDE. And then we broke out. I entered right at wave D, and we had a nice move. I think we had a 200% move on our options today. So that was a great play. MACD crossed in the 4-hour. So this was a great setup. Going forward, I'll look for a little consolidation. If we break this high, this candle, I'll probably play again to the upside. TDOC, winner of the day. Here we hit 650%. So this was a great play. We had an ABCDE correction, ABCDE, and then we had a wave 3 impulse, also with another ABCDE correction, bull flag. So the same setup happens over and over and over again. So just make sure you know your patterns. ABCDE correction, bought at the end of the day yesterday, right around here as it was breaking this bull flag. And today we had a 6% gainer. So that was around a 600% rise on a weekly option. Huge win. Definitely played it light because it was a weekly option, but huge win. Tsla entered at the end of the day yesterday. It's been absolutely parabolic. Consistent patterns throughout this rise. So here's another rise. Here's another consistent pattern that we had. ABCDE correction, broke the wedge, entered yesterday at this candle. So I sold right here for a 25% win because it rejected this candle. And now just waiting to see if it can break above. Definitely waiting. We'll play this in the future. Maybe next week this will break out. Maybe tomorrow or Friday, but time will tell. Lulu. Love Lulu lately. Been super good to me. Look at this pattern. Beautiful pattern. Here, this pink trend line. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. We were expecting it to touch right here and bounce off. Did exactly that. So this, we also have a MACD Golden Cross. Beautiful setup. Didn't play this because I had my eye on a couple other things, but it is what it is. You can't catch everything. Had a great day. Pretty green for the day. So here, this is potentially a wave 1. I'll look for a little pullback tomorrow, maybe Friday, and before we have a wave 3 back to the upside, and we hit this top of this channel. So if you guys have any questions going forward, please drop a comment down below, like the video, subscribe. I'm going to start doing these more often, going over my setups, going over my watch list, see what happens as I continue to make more videos. I'll get better at explaining, my process. Pretty new to this, so yeah, as I get better, you guys will get better too. So let me know if you have any questions, drop a comment, and see you guys next week.